Hi Katie, this is John. The first thing I do when I have a research paper is I just check to see if all the parts are there. So I look at the beginning of your introductory paragraph and I see you have a story. So that box is checked. Then I go to the end of your first paragraph and I can see you have your three organizers and you have your thesis there about social media should be incorporated in the classroom. Um, then we'll head to the body paragraphs and I can see you have your first body paragraph matches the keywords for your first organizer, and you have those keywords in the first and last sentences of your first body paragraph, which is correct. Connect learning to the real world. Then I go to your second body paragraph, and you have your keywords in the first and last sentence of that paragraph as well, and that's correct. Build positive relationships and engage in the learning process. And then I see your last body paragraph, develop technology skills, and you have your keywords in the first and last sentence of that paragraph as well. Then when I head back to the conclusion paragraph, I can see that you're talking about your story again, you have your three reasons again, and you have your thesis again. So as far as the organization of your first argumentative essay, it's exactly right. And then I go through the paper and look at the citations. And when I went through the paper and counted your citations, I counted five quotations, and all of which you cited as a parenthetical. You gave credit at the end in parentheses. And I counted four paraphrase parentheticals. Well, I didn't count that first one by you because you don't actually need to cite yourself. So you have four paraphrase parentheticals in which you took the research, put it in your own words, and then you gave credit at the end in parentheses. But there's also two other ways we can format the research in the paper, and that's through lead-ins. So instead of saying, for example, like this one here, the Junko one, I'll highlight it in a different color. Well, I can hardly see what I'm doing, but in any event, you have a paraphrase. You paraphrased the information from the Junko, and you gave credit at the end of that sentence, in parentheses, Junko. You could have also said, according to Junko, blah, blah, blah. And you could even give more information on the lead-in. When I go back and look who is Junko, I can see that the article was from the Journal of Computer Assisted Learning, and the title of the article as well. So if I wanted to, I could have said, according to Junko, in the journal, blah, 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 in the article, blah, 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 social media assignments promote active learning, which helps students relate the material to their own experiences. So you can give credit before you give the research, and not only just at the end. In fact, it's preferred, because there's four ways you can't put credit in a paper. You can give credit before the citation and quote it, or you can give credit before the research and paraphrase it, or you can do it like you did it, which is perfectly good. You can give the research and quote it and give this credit afterwards, or you can give the research in your own words, paraphrase, and give the credit afterwards. The author's name either comes before the research or after. You chose the after method, which is fine, but it'd be good to throw in some lead-ins in the next research paper to show that you can put research in your paper in all four ways. So your paper is formatted exactly right, and then when I read it over, I could see that each point that you made in the body paragraphs, you supported it. And the paragraphs were coherent. You stayed on the point that you started with for each body paragraph. So the first research paper looks excellent. And the Works Consultant page is formatted correctly as well. You have it alphabetized, and you have the hanging indents, and you have the header at the top in the upper right. So basically, you will just be doing the same thing for your next paper. Our assignment for this week, I believe, if I remember right, is to write the introductory paragraph for the second side. So you'll have a story, and then you'll have three reasons to support the thesis, which your thesis for this next paper would be something along the lines of social media should not be incorporated in the classroom. And then whatever the three reasons were, so your paper would be all set up, and then you'd have some story. So that's the next assignment for this upcoming week. And you scored very well. You scored an A on this first argumentative essay. So you totally got the system down pat here. So good job, and now we just switch gears and switch over to that second paper.